Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Morgan and I have post-viral fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, and I'm here today, to talk about weight loss while trying to lose weight with, I'm just gonna call it fibromyalgia. I actually have post-viral fatigue syndrome if you're new here, and it kind of manifested into fibromyalgia, and I have a really hard time with it. My symptoms are constantly weighing me down. I constantly have to balance my life. It's very difficult. I have a whole playlist on it if you guys want to check it out in my playlist and kind of find out a little more about what I personally go through and my story. Go check it out. But in today's video, because it's been on my mind, I do want to talk about weight loss. Like, what do you do when you have chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, right? How does one exercise like that? How does one lose weight? Because getting us off the couch is like a big deal, let alone exercising. So like, for me, I packed on like 20 pounds. If you're not watching what you eat 24/7, I stopped watching what I ate 2 years ago and I just kind of ate whatever I wanted. Then I gained 20 pounds, but you know, that happens in life, I feel. Like people gain, lose, do whatever you want. Sometimes you just don't care about weight management. Like for me at that point in my life, I just didn't care. I'm like, I just wanted to eat. I wanted to eat whatever I wanted to eat more than I cared about gaining weight. So now it's getting to the point though, well, it's past the point of like, okay, fun's over. I want to lose weight because I want to fit in my clothes again. Some people like to lose weight to be more attractive. Some people like to lose weight to fit in clothes and be able to wear clothes well. And that's kind of where I stand. I'm married and you know, I'm secure, but I do like to be a certain size because a lot of my wardrobe is a certain size, you know? And when you gain 20 pounds, your entire wardrobe doesn't fit you anymore, so it's not fun. My biggest struggles now has been, okay, how do you lose this weight, right? Because for me, I'm very sensitive to things and what I eat and what I don't eat and how much of certain ingredients are in my body. Now, before I got sick, I lost a ton of weight by basically minimizing my carb intake and then increasing my protein intake. It wasn't, what's it called, where it's all fat? Keto. It wasn't keto though. I was doing like low fat. So I would do egg whites in the morning, 2 slices of bacon. I would do a protein shake for the afternoon, and then my dinner would be like hamburger meat and a ton of veggies, or a piece of fish and a ton of veggies, and then I would snack on fruit at night. Like that was my diet. I lost a ton of weight on it and it really worked for me. But once I tried to do that again with my conditions, my body does not like that. I faint, I go vagal. It's called vagal, where like, I can't vagal. My whole body, I got really lightheaded out of it. Something backfired and I ended up like getting really sick. Like I vomited, I passed out, I didn't know where I was. And it was just like a vagal neurological response. But I can't do that anymore because stuff like that happens to me. Once I cut out all these carbs, then I had like a really bad flare up in my stomach, and it just, my body could not handle that diet anymore. And now it put me in a situation where I would get so sick from trying that diet, and I was so nauseous and not well, and I had to take it, like I always had a Tums on me and stuff like that, that I just ended up eating normally again because I was so sick from that diet that once worked so well for me. Like I actually felt better on that diet. Now I get really bad responses from it. So my normal tactics are just not working anymore. So I don't know what to do about it, to be honest with you guys. This is just me coming to you like just really, authentically, this is my struggle, and I'm sure other people are struggling with this. Like, I'm super hypersensitive to things around me, and I'm sure you guys are too if you have our symptoms and you have our conditions. Like, I'm very sensitive to noise. I'm very sensitive to definitely activity. Like right now, I'm weak and I'm exhausted from something I did last week. Not even kidding. It will take me weeks sometimes to recover from an activity that I did a week. Like, it's just, we are so sensitive to everything, and our bodies just don't want to cooperate with us, and that's just where I'm at right now. But for my issue, it's to the point where it's I gotta lose weight. How the heck can I do it, body? Like, what can I do that's not gonna upset you, not gonna upset this system, you know what I mean? So lately what I've been doing, now this is, I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but, and again, I want you guys to share your tactics below, or even if you wanna express your similar struggles, that too is fine, because the whole point of all this is to let people know that they're not alone in their struggles. And if you are struggling to lose weight with these conditions, like, I don't blame you. It's hard. It's hard when you're very inactive physically and you're sensitive to ingredients and stuff. Let me tell you something. It's a long road, and I've always been a tiny person. But somebody wrote on one of my comments and they said, "What happened to you?" And I talked about this last time, and I kind of laughed it off. But I was like, what really? Like, what do you mean? And they're like, "No, like your face blew up." Obviously it was from my weight gain. I don't know if they were like asking me if I was using fillers or something, but obviously it's from my weight gain. And it kind of hurt my feelings, but it more, a comment like that for me, it got me thinking more, right? It got me thinking, all right, well, they're noticing it. So, what can I do about this? Because I know the struggle that I have, and I've excused myself of feeling bad about myself. I don't feel physically bad about myself. I'm more just kind of like, just got the wheels turning. So for me, what I've been doing is I've cut back on my food intake. Like, obviously we're not going to be eating cookies anymore, and we're not going to be downing Cinnabons anymore. So I'll cut that stuff out. I'm cutting things out and I'm trying it out. So what I found out is I can't go without carbs anymore. I don't think that benefits my body now. I do eat toast in the morning with eggs. Before it used to just be scrambled eggs, no bread. But I do a lot of sweet potatoes now. I just learned that cutting out carbs totally and relying on plants or meats for my energy is really not working. And people will say like, oh, like there's plant protein and there's carbs and bananas, and you don't need to eat bread, and you don't need, and I'm just like, I'm not seeing it. Like, you need grains. You do, at least for me. I've tried the banana only thing, and I've tried all that, and let me tell you something, this body is like, no girl, we need a little more than that. We need some whole grains. So that's, I guess, what I'm coming on here to like tell you guys about is I wouldn't skip whole grain, but it's hard because it's not ideal for losing weight, so you have to watch. I just bought organic steel cut oats, old mill. I used to eat that all the time. It's great, but then once I cut it out, I immediately lose more weight. I don't know, it's just like a mind F, honestly. It's losing weight has been it's been an actual struggle, to the point where I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, is this gonna be a problem? Because I know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I never had a problem. When I wanted to lose weight, I'd work it off and I'd exercise it off and, diet. I was always a very disciplined person when it came to my diets. I never wanted it to be a thing. I just would lose weight when I wanted to. And then when I stopped caring, I'd gain weight, and I allowed myself to be okay with that. I'm just a disciplined person. I know, and when I have enough, it's gonna be enough and I'm gonna lose the weight. I have confidence in myself like that. But it's a real problem now. I never experienced this. I'm 34 years old, so weight loss is a little harder now. I've never had children, so I can't relate in that department. I'm more just kind of dizzy, tired. Oh, and another thing with weight loss for me is lightheadedness. That's what I struggle with a lot. Blood pressure. I have low blood pressure as a person, and that's been a struggle because every time I stand up, I get extremely lightheaded. Similar to POTS, I've been tested for POTS. I'm not as bad as a POTS patient, but I have tendencies of it, and my blood pressure just drops. So I always have to figure a way to like keep it, as long as I keep my blood pressure stable, but that's very hard too. They say a lot of sugars, you know, salts, but then that just leads to, like, I feel better, not gonna lie, if I'm eating like shit, like let's just say I'll go eat a bunch of fast food and like a Coke, I do feel better. I feel better as a person. I feel stronger, I feel healthier, I do feel better. But then I'm getting all this weight, so I'm kind of stuck, and I just wanted to share this struggle with you guys because maybe somebody can help me. I know doctors have discussed like blood pressure medications for me. They didn't want to go that route. We were hoping we can fix it with diet, but last thing I want is more medications. As you know, being a fibro patient, it's a constant struggle and a juggling act with medications that work. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck in this right now. And that's pretty much it. So this is my struggle. I'm curious to know other people's struggles, and I'm genuinely curious to know your diets. And I don't know, how do you maintain weight on a healthy level if you struggle with the things that I struggle with? Let me know. Thanks for listening, you guys. I appreciate it. And if you do have these conditions, you're not alone. I totally get you. I totally see you. I totally believe you. And I totally understand. It sucks. So I will catch you guys in the next video. I love you. Bye.